If you constantly feel too busy and you never have time for the things that you love the most, the things that you want the most, and the things that matter the most to your life, then you must not skip this video. No, I'm not sharing any tip with you today. I'm sure you already have enough information. What we're going to do today is I'm going to hold your hands and practically walk you through an exercise that would help you see where your time is going and get clear on the things that you need to do and make time for those things. If that sounds like you, then let's get started. Before we go into the exercise, let's make it clear that the reason the most important things in your life are not getting done is not because you don't have time. There are two major reasons they are not getting done. One, you're not absolutely clear on the things that you need to get done or the things that matter the most to you. Secondly, you're not super conscious of the exact things that you actually spend your time on. So as we go into this exercise, I'm going to help you gain clarity towards the things that you really need to get done, the things that truly matter to you and the person you want to become, and also help you see the exact things you spend your time on and the things that are stealing the precious time you should be spending on the things that truly matter to you. Hi there, welcome to Intentional Living with Meb. If it is your desire to gain clarity as you walk in purpose and in alignment with who God has created you to be, then you're highly welcome to this space. So for this exercise, you will need a physical journal, a pen, and about 15 minutes of your time. A physical journal because we want what we're doing to be tangible enough to be registered as something that matters. There are a lot of distractions on our phones, right? And to a reasonable extent, the average adult brain today has associated the use of mobile devices to a lot of distractions. So let's go physical so that association with distraction or entertainment that comes with our devices will not be in this exercise. Now you're going to open your journal and you're going to write down 3 areas of your life where you currently and urgently need to take the action that matter the most. Now these are the areas where you know, or you're not conscious of, that you're neglecting or you're not prioritizing correctly, or you're having other not unimportant now, but other less important things fill up the time against them. These areas can be anything from your vision, your spiritual life, your family life, your marriage, your relationship, your finances, your business, your career, your health, your rest and renewal. Now, for each of these areas of your life, I want you to write down one goal, just one, not 2, please, not 3, just one goal or one outcome that you urgently and currently want to see in your life. So your outcome for health, for example, can sound something like to lose 10 kg or 10 pounds, depending on the measurement you use in your region. For your spiritual life, it can be something like draw closer to God or go to church earlier than normal. For your relationships, it can sound something like be a better friend or be a better partner. Yes. Now, all these 3 things I've listed, they are all goals, they are outcomes, right? And looking at them, for example, drawing closer to God sounds very vague. It doesn't exactly tell you what you need to do. What do you need to do to draw closer to God? Do you need to worship more? Do you need to open up your heart more to God? Do you need to study your Bible more? So now we go on to the third part of this process. Now, the next thing you want to do is under each of those outcomes, you're going to write out just one action under each of those outcomes you want to see. So for the health part, my goal is to lose 10 kg or 10 pounds. So how am I going to do that? So for example, I can write walk for 15 minutes every day after work. For my spiritual life, I can write something like pray for 5 minutes at 12 o'clock every work day. Pray during the first 5 minutes of lunch break at work, right? So for my relationships, I can write something like call a friend at 7 p.m. every Wednesday. Now, if you look at each of these specific actions that I want to take for these areas of my life, you'll notice some things about them. For example, the health part where I want to lose weight, I wrote that I'll be walking for 15 minutes after work every day. Now, work is something that I do every day, basically 9 to 5 every weekday, Mondays to Friday. So compulsorily every Monday to Friday, I must go to work and I must return from work. What this is called, according to James Clear's book, is habit stacking. And it's simply stating your intention to take an action next to an action that you do not need motivation to do, or an action that is compulsorily a part of your life. And for me, working is part of my life. I get to go to work every day. I get to return from work every day. So for yours, you can put, if you don't do a 9-5 and you don't have the opportunity to return from work every day, maybe you work from home, then yours can come next to an activity like brushing your teeth, or having your bath, or having breakfast, or having lunch. So you can put something like, go for a 15-minute run after I brush my teeth every day. How this works is, the moment you brush your teeth, it becomes a cue. It becomes something that triggers you to know that, okay, this is the time to take action. This is time to go for your run. This is time to go for your walk. Now, Wednesday, 7 p.m. is something that happens for me, for every one of us. So when I set it on my calendar or set an alarm for it, when it rings, I become conscious and I'm triggered into taking that action. And if I continue in that pattern, after a few weeks, at 7 p.m. every Wednesday, I'll know that there's something that I ought to do. So you can do the same for any area of your life you want to work on, or any goal you want to achieve in those areas of your life. Now, on to the next major part of this exercise, which is auditing your time and knowing exactly where your time goes, so that you can adequately fix in the things that matter in those places. So on a fresh page on your journal, you're going to write down today's date, or yesterday's date, or the date for 2 days ago, 3 days ago, last week, whatever works for you. You're going to write down today's date. Now, beginning from the time you woke up today, I want you to write down the things you did in 15-minute blocks, right? So let's assume you woke up by 6 a.m. today. So I want you to write 6 a.m. to 6:15 a.m. You write down exactly what you did. I'm sure you can remember what you did today. Maybe for last week you might not remember, but I'm sure you can remember what you did today and what you did at least yesterday. So from 6 a.m. to 6:15 a.m., what did you do? From 6:15 a.m. to 6:30 a.m., what did you do? From 6:30 a.m. to 6:45 a.m., what did you do? Write them down. For me, these are the things I did. From 6 a.m. to 6:15 a.m., I was just on the bed and just running through several thoughts in my head. So if you woke up by 6 a.m. and right after you woke up, you picked up your phone and you started to scroll on Instagram, put it there. Now, if you did a particular activity for more than 15 minutes, say 30 minutes or 45 minutes or 1 hour, you don't have to repeat it for every of those 15 minutes. You can just put them together. So if from 6 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. or 7 a.m. you were scrolling on TikTok, please put it there. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. scrolling on TikTok. Or you can put 6 a.m. to 6:15, 6:15 to 6:30, 6:30 to 6:45, 6:45, 46 to 7 o'clock. You can box them together and then write down scrolling on TikTok. Then you continue that way till you get to the time of the day you're currently watching this video. Now, if you can remember the exact things you did yesterday or the day before or 2 days before or 3 days before, you can do the same. Now, this is the eye-opening part. We want to see the exact places our time goes. We want to see the exact things that we are actually currently doing with our time. We want to see if there are low-value activities that need to be swapped with the high-value goals that you want to achieve in those 3 areas of your life. Now, pick a particular day where you have a complete audit of every 15 minutes of that day. So you should have about 64 waking 15 minutes every day if you sleep for about 8 hours. Now, for each of those activities in your time audit, I want you to compare them against the 3 most important goals you want to achieve in this season of your life. And you know the ones that are working against those goals, working for those goals, or drawing you closer to those goals. So for every 15 minutes, you're going to grade them from 1 to 10. 10 being the one that serves either of those 3 goals the most, and 1 being the one that serves the least. After grading each of these activities, whatever activity does not get you at least a 6 can easily be taken off the things that you do on a daily basis, except life or death issues or survival issues like cooking or grocery shopping. They don't need to go anywhere because, of course, you need them to survive, right? And you don't necessarily even need to put them on your time blocks, but to avoid confusion, you can include them. But you don't have, even if they don't give you a 6 or a 7 towards those 3 goals, you can still leave them there because you need to eat, you need to shop, what to eat to survive. Now, shopping for clothes or just window shopping or just shopping casually, they're not included in the survival activities, right? So those ones can also be graded. When you're done with your grading, I'm pretty sure you now understand where your time is going and where you can fix in those very important activities or important things in your life. Trust me, when God gave us 24 hours in a day, He knew exactly what He was doing. So there is absolutely no way 24 hours will not be enough for you to do the things that you need to do to become the person that you need to be. Now you see that this exercise will not just help you manage time, it will also help you get pretty clear on the things that you need to do, the important things that you need to do, and also get clarity on where your time goes, so that you can swap those low value activities for the high value activities, so that you can have the life that you truly desire. So try this exercise today and let me know in the comments how it helps you start to do the things that truly matter to you. If this video helped you in any way, please do well to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments. Let me hear your outcomes, your results, and do well to share this video with someone who you believe needs it desperately. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.